Today in motorsport, normality ensues in both Formula 1 and MotoGP. Hinchcliffe gets bumped and he gets himself into beef with James Davison. And walls are put up in Berlin that nobody asked for. All in a jam-packed episode of Unsafe Daddy Release. Your unreliable source for racing news. In the world of Formula 1, the Spanish Grand Prix took place, and with it, normality finally takes its toll as Lewis Hamilton finished the race in a very dominant first, while Valtteri Bottas came second, while Max, literally worse than Maldonado Verstappen, made his 5th consecutive stupid error in 5 races. Which, let's be honest, is the only continuous streak of anything he's going to get in his career. But he still managed to get a podium regardless because the FIA literally don't give a shit about it and treat the cunt like he's the best driver in the facility, when he's not even the best fucking driver in Red Bull. Holy shit, just fire him already. Anyway, the race started with a huge crash involving Romain Grosjean, Nico Hülkenberg and Pierre Gasly, putting each one of them out of the race in the most batshit crazy way possible. Once the safety car came in, it was a downhill ride from here on out. Once Alonso made the great overtake after the safety car went in, nothing really mattered anymore. When people say F1 is life, they really aren't making it up. F1 makes me empty and hollow inside, and so does life. F1 is life.
You know, I would appreciate it if you and a lot of other people like you could not paint Formula 1 in such a depressing light all the time. It's not that depressing.
Wait, who are you?
Yeah, that's not important. What is important is that you at least try and make a series like this more optimistic in its approach. You're not going to win anyone over by painting the sport in such an ugly, wince-worthy light every week. You can at least try to look at the positives in certain aspects and try not to take the piss every few lines.
Wait. Aren't you the guy who tried to make an entire video parodying F1 video intros? Because if that's the case, pot kettle black, bro.
No. You've got the wrong guy.
Okay.
Anyway, I should be going now. The longer I stay here, the more of a small, insignificant YouTuber vibe I get. So, yeah. Bye-bye.
What the flippy do is going on here? One positive thing I can take away from this race is that Sauber, and specifically Charles Leclerc, got a 2nd consecutive points-paying position, while Williams once again fucks themselves over and now are officially the worst car on the grid. 4 years. 3rd in the Constructors twice in 2 years, and they've only got 4 points in the 5th round now. 4th from grace? Abso-fucking-lutely. Especially when Sauber have 11 points and Toro Rosso have 13 points. Never change, Williams. Not that you could afford to change. MotoGP has been its most formulaic and underwhelming in years, and this race is another example of what an absolute shambles the season has been right now. It's not good when the best moment of the entire weekend was Moto3 rider Jakob Kornfeil jumping over another bike, fucking Evel Knievel style in the final corner, and landing it like it wasn't even a hard thing to do. Danny Pedrosa, take note if you want to take back your bike jumping throne. The MotoGP race was the most frustrating thing to happen this weekend, and I didn't even see most of it. I was too busy watching Extreme Robots, which if you saw my Instagram story, you know how it went. I wanted to fucking kill myself because it was awful and I wanted to cry. Anyway, the race started with Dovizioso taking the lead, which didn't even fucking matter because he fell off after a couple of laps, which gave the lead back to Johann Zarco, who also fucking fell off. Everyone is a fucking idiot. All of the people who didn't fuck up in Jerez, fucked up in Le Mans instead. It feels so fabricated sometimes. Cal Crutchlow had also fucked up, but he did that in qualifying, in one of the most wince-worthy high sides your ass will ever see. He finished 8th. Jorge Lorenzo had the lead for a bit, but who in their right mind thinks he's going to keep it? He finished in fucking 6th for fuck's sake. While Marquez took an easy, carefree win, while nearly falling off in the process. If Marc Marquez took a job at Jackass and Ryan Dunn switched his job as a MotoGP rider, Ryan Dunn would still die first. Unbe-fucking-lievable. What's more frustrating is that for the first time in my MotoGP fan life, I would have preferred that Valentino Rossi won the race instead. How fitting that this season is absolute shite the year I decide to buy a video pass for the season. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. IndyCar's Bump Day was magical, for all the right and wrong reasons. The first Bump Day since 2011 saw two fan favourites get taken out of the starting 33 cars. Pipperman and James Hinchcliffe were both taken out because they didn't put in a fast enough time, while James Davison took 33rd and some fucking how Connor Daly got 32nd. How the fucking fuck did that happen? While this was all unfolding, Davison, who was on a high after finding out he made it with the skin of his teeth, absolutely roasted the ever-loving shit out of Hinchcliffe by saying he didn't feel too bad for him. Once the video surfaced on Twitter, he doubled down on his words by tweeting out, quote, "He is not one of my allies, and I've had enough of the uncalled for hostility and disrespect I've endured," unquote. Get the fucking fire extinguisher in here immediately. James might have committed arson on the fucking spot. Also, Sage Karam is in the beef somehow, but who really cares about that? Also, and don't buy out a seat for him, Smith Peterson Motorsport. That completely destroys the point of Bump Day. You dickheads. Meanwhile, the qualifying, or more appropriately, the quali dying, had a few surprises. One of them, which wasn't a surprise at all, was that Connor Daly qualified dead last. I guess I could play Artificial Intelligence Bomb, but I kind of want to wait until the 2018 Indy 500 review, which is coming soon and definitely is happening, and it will fuck up my writing motivation for the next few months. It seriously will. While you take that all into consideration, the Fast 9 was somewhat close, but that was all completely ruined by Ed Carpenter absolutely mullering the time trials with the only 230-mile-an-hour lap during the session, taking his third Indy 500 pole of his career. The nickname Overmaster, though, is still giving him way too much credit. While the rest of the front row was made up of Penske's. Fucking hell, I hope they don't ruin the 500 this year. Another great thing was that after having an awful crash during qualifying last year, Sebastian Bourdais managed to get an incredibly impressive 5th in the Fast 9, which gives him a better chance to do what James Hinchcliffe didn't. But we'll have to see what happens. And I'm not going to talk about Formula E because it was boring as shit. Daniel lapped 1 and that was it. Yeah, Jean-Luc Vergne extended his lead. Wow. Not really much to sort of think about. But, yeah, that's about it. If you want to donate to my Ko-fi or my Bandcamp or subscribe to me on YouTube, you can do all those three within a couple of clicks. Please do that. I want to keep going. Watch my other videos. Have a good day. Follow me on Twitter. Do the rest of it. Have a good one.